Here's how to make text fields focus and not let the form actually close until all the fields that you want are actually filled out by the user. So WWDC 21 introduced a new property wrapper called @FocusState. It can be used to set which view is actually in focus pretty easily. Usually this is used on text fields, so you can actually not have a form close without the user filling out all the required forms. And that's what we're going to do. So the first thing we're going to do is actually see what happens without this being implemented. All right, so inside this app, when I hit plus sign here inside the form, what we'll see happen is I can just hit save and nothing's actually saved inside the app, which is not what we want. It's not a good user experience and just now presents this blank row. So what the @FocusState property wrapper will actually allow us to do is say, hey, you can't actually submit the form without filling out these specific fields. Now, the 3 specific fields I want my users to fill out are the name, style, and roster. The rest of the info is purely just for the user. So if they don't fill that info out, like, that's okay, but it's not useful to just have an empty row. So I want to force them to enter the name, style, and roster before the form actually closes. So inside Xcode, the first thing we actually need to make this @FocusState work properly is an enum. That way we can switch between the 3 different fields I want, the name, style, roster. The easiest way to do this is with an enum. So I'm going to go ahead and add a private enum here. And it's going to have 3 cases. So name, style, and roster. So something important with this enum is that you have to make sure that it conforms to the hashable protocol. So you can either force conformance by adding a :hashable, or as long as you don't have a value assigned to the enum cases, you can actually just go without, because Swift will automatically make it conform to hashable and assign an integer value. This is so that when we use the .focus modifier, the code has something to compare against, so that it can determine if the name is selected or the style fields are selected, so it can just compare the different fields that are being selected. Next thing I'm going to do is add in that variable with the property wrapper. So it's going to be @FocusState private variable focus field. And it's going to be an optional type of field. That way we can set it to nil at the end and dismiss that keyboard. And also another reason for it to be optional is because you can have nothing in focus and have that keyboard be dismissed if possible. So now that focus state is there, the next thing we need to do is actually utilize the focus state and add a focus modifier to our text field. So now to do that, right after the text field styles, I'm going to go ahead and add in .focused, and then we need the focus state variable, and that's going to be bling focus field. And then we need to say what it's equal to, since we're not just having one true false and we're doing this off an enum. And this is going to be the name. And now basically going to repeat that for the next couple of text fields that are the style and the roster. So .focused, bling focus field equals .style. Same thing here on the roster, bling focus field, comma equals roster. Now those text fields are done. So then finally, what we're going to do is add some logic here to actually make sure the text fields are filled in and set what the next field should be. So in the button action here, I have this where it's going to update the bean and adds the beans to the data and a reset beans. This is still going to be useful, so I'm going to leave it there for now. But the first thing is we need to make sure that these values that are being saved are not empty. So if beans.name is empty, then we need to set that focus field to actually be the name. So focus field dot equals dot name, else if beans dot style dot is empty, focus field equals dot style, and then else if beans dot roster dot is empty. We're going to set that focus field equal to dot roster. And finally, What happens if all of them are filled? We wanted to do this if else statement and say with the show form inside this wonderful else statement. And we want to dismiss the keyboard at the same time. So we can do focus field equals nil, which will dismiss the keyboard. So now when I run the app, I hit the plus sign to go and add the bean information. It really doesn't matter what's in here. Save. It actually saves all the way through. Obviously, I have some other issues in this app, but those will be fixed on my live stream, which you can catch on my Twitch channel every Tuesday evening about 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Hopefully that showed you how to use the @FocusState property wrapper. If you have any questions, then make sure to drop a comment below. And on your way down there to drop that comment, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe for more SwiftUI videos. If you want to talk about it more than just like some YouTube comments, then you can also join the Discord community or join me on my live stream. Like I said, every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. CST on my Twitch channel, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye. And a special shout out to my Twitch subscribers and my patrons. Thank you so much for supporting me in this wonderful content creation journey.